One of the most frustrating things about doing the work is understanding your patterns, understanding the cycle that you are in or the loop that you are in, but still finding yourself repeating it. It's being stuck in that phase whereby I know why I do A, B, C, D, and D, but why can't I stop it? Today's video is going to be why self-awareness isn't enough to stop patterns or break cycles. This is because when it comes to self-awareness, it is usually cognitive based. You understand, you have analyzed, you can explain it, but you've not been able to master the physiological safety to stop the pattern or break the loop. Patterns, they are not just cognitive based. They are also emotional and nervous system based. This is because patterns are formed through repetition. And repetition means it's experiences that are repeated over and over and over and over again until the nervous system learns that this is the new baseline. Self-awareness isn't always enough to stop a pattern or break cycles. This is because it is usually cognitive based. It is intellectual insight. By intellectual insight, I mean it's all the podcasts that you've listened to, all the journaling, all the analyzing and understanding your triggers. You can state your childhood trauma and know where it stems from. You can identify toxic dynamics and you can even identify your triggers. But at some point, you're not able to heal from all those things. You feel like you're stuck at knowing and not being able to process and move past it. Because when it comes to intellectual insight, it is usually the thinking brain. And in order to heal, you have to practice embodied change. This usually incorporates the emotional brain. And this is the part that responds through learned experiences. So in order to change all this or move from self-awareness to a point whereby you are able to process and see to the discomfort and move through it, you have to work with the physiological state. You have to work with your body and you have to work with the nervous system so that you are able to help your nervous system relearn their new reality and the new experiences that you're trying to teach. Patterns are learned through repetition. This means when a pattern is repeated enough times, it becomes a hardwired somatic reflex. The nervous system adapts to the environment that you are in to help you survive. For example, hyperindependence as a trauma response develops as a self-protective mechanism to prevent you from feeling the pain of being disappointed by others. There is also over-explaining that develops as also a self-protective mechanism to prevent you from being misunderstood, being perceived by other people, or being blamed. The key point here is the body learns survival before the mind learns the language. The nervous system often confuses familiar with safe. It doesn't always equate safety with what is good for you. It equates safety with what is predictable. This is why even painful patterns feel regulating because they are predictable. To your nervous system, the unknown is the ultimate danger. For instance, people who continually choose emotionally unavailable people, they do this subconsciously because this is the dynamic they have used to and they have experienced. This is the baseline of their nervous system when it comes to attachment. So when they end up in a healthy relationship, they end up sabotaging the relationship and creating the chaos that they are used to so that they can recreate the environment that the nervous system is used to. The point here is your nervous system chooses familiar pain over the unknown joy. The brain can understand something logically while the body still reacts emotionally. This can happen through number one, emotional memory. The body keeps the score and the body is a time traveler. This is why you can logically know someone is safe for you, but your body reacts as if closeness equals to danger or risk. Number two, conditioning. Patterns form through repeated experiences over time. The nervous system learns what gets approved, what avoids conflict, what keeps attachment figures close, and what reduces emotional pain. Number three, attachment learning. Relationships shape our expectations of love, safety, availability, and consistency. And last and not least, automatic nervous system responses. These are the fight, flight, freeze, and fawn responses. The idea is survival responses don't just disappear because they are understood. Of course, we have to talk about the shame that people feel when they know better but still repeat their patterns. When you're doing the work, it's going to have its ups and downs. And some of those downs are setbacks. And having a setback does not mean that you are failing, or repeating some of those patterns doesn't mean that you're failing. It just means that the healing journey or the process is not as you expected. And also, it's very unrealistic to expect that the process will be very straight and there will be no challenges in between. So when it comes to having setbacks and repeating some patterns, it just means that your nervous system needs time to adapt to what you're trying to teach it, or to this new reality and the experiences and the things that you're trying to unlearn. If self-awareness is not enough, what actually works? There is corrective emotional experiences, consistency, practicing different responses repeatedly, and then there's regulation and there's building safety. But the most important of all is learning how to sit with the discomfort. The main key point of this whole video is the nervous system changes through experiences, not just explanation alone.